I'm from the region where the word Kizomba comes from. Right? So if most of you know Kizomba means party, right? So the literally what it means is going to the party. Ki means going, Zomba is party. Right? Basically walking to a party. That's basically what it means. So for those of you that you know that Kizomba comes from Semba, right? So I'm going to try to give you a little history lesson here. Right? I'm going to explain you some things also which is very important for you guys to understand certain things. Because we cannot dance without understanding the background. Right? The basics, the fundamentals, the foundation is very important to understand what we do and why we are doing certain things. Alright? So first let's start with Semba. Semba started in the years of 60, beginning of 70. Was more very basic. So those of you who maybe don't know, Semba actually, the movement of Semba, we started as Carnival. Carnival, we used to walk in the streets, dressed up very nice, and then came because Semba was in the beginning more, we didn't have the couple. We didn't dance as a couple. The moment that the influence of merengue came, we used to dance along like this. Like this, right? And then we started dancing together. And later on came the steps. One of the first steps that we have is the saída, right? The saída means you step out of the line, you come back to the line. Men saída and lady saída, right? So the side to side is basically to make sure that we are synchronized. And one of the things that people should know maybe, in Angola we start with the left, the men start with the left, and the guys, the men start with the left, the ladies start with the right. That basically came from the European influence. The moment Kizomba traveled from Angola in the early 90s, at some point people were looking at it saying, hey, this is a beautiful dance, but there is no structure. Every Angolan teacher that used to come in the beginning of Kizomba here in Europe, they didn't know how to teach. Because in Angola we just learned to watch somebody do it, and then we went to do it, right? So now we start with the left, that's basically the influence of South and Bajak, side to side here. And then we have the basic three, like we do also a little bit with South, right? Here. Okay, so this is very important to understand that the influence of the European is actually what influenced most of the way we're dancing right now. Alright? So one of the things I also want to explain is this. When it comes to Semba was danced by our parents. And our parents didn't have any tricks. Right? Mostly they used to dance only Semba, very normal. Like we didn't have any trick, we didn't have any other things. We call it, at some point we were showing to the elders here in Europe the Semba that we are dancing right now with a lot of tricks. And then they said, no, call it something else, but this is not Semba. The beginning of Kizomba, this is actually how Kizomba started. There was like, you guys know Kasaf? Used to make
Yes.
Kasaf is a very big influence for the Kizomba community, Kizomba music. There is a Portuguese singer, Angolan singer that used to live in Portugal. Whenever he heard the sound of Kasaf, he tried to remake it. And then he puts a little bit more piano in there, a little bit of drum, a little bit of beat in there. And then he went to show to Angola, to the people, that, hey, this is the new Semba. They said, they call it something else, but don't call it Semba. That's where the name Kizomba actually started, because Kizomba is actually a dialect because in Angola we have 18 dialects, different languages, you can say, and that's where the name Kizomba comes from. So with the influences, actually, Kizomba was made for the younger generation. And then from there on, started to increase and become more popular. And then later on, in the late 90s came the tarraxinha, right? So for those of you who maybe don't know, a lot of the electronic beats that you hear, people call it tarraxo. That's basically the first tarraxinha song, right? And for those of you who don't know, tarraxinha is basically also a verb. When you say, I tarraxo, basically in Portuguese, eu tarraxo, ela tarraxa. So basically they use the same words of the tarraxinha to put it in the tarraxo. So, coming back to the Semba part. So what I want to show you guys is that nowadays we have two kinds of Semba. We have the Semba social and we have the Semba show. The Semba show is the one that you see most of the time in videos, maybe most of the time also, but this is also the fault of the DJs because they don't have that knowledge. The Semba show, they put like 10 minutes, they say, oh, let me put like a Semba 10 minutes, and they put like the fast Semba. Listen, I like to dress nice when I go to a party. I don't dress nice to sweat all the time. So when they put like a fast Semba, I'm just living house on the wrong way. This is basically the understanding of the most of the people. But we have Semba social. Semba social is basically what our parents said, used to that. Very basic, really enjoying the music, really enjoying the dance. Not about showing off or tricks or something like that. Alright? This is what we're going to do today. We're going to do Semba social. Really the slow music, calm music, and I will show you also a little bit of the difference between Kizomba and Semba. Does anybody knows the basic instrument of Semba? No. Yeah, that's the second one, but the basic instrument of Semba is recorrect. Anybody dance samba here? Samba? There is an instrument, it's like a bamboo stick with a small stick in it, and there's like some kind of, it looks like a washboard. And with the bamboo stick, you go to do that sound. This one, you hear this sound very, very clear. And then you have this one, for example, because some people always think that this is a Semba song. Let me see. But because back then we didn't have many Kizomba songs, we used to dance most of our Kizomba on ghetto zoo songs. And then from the ghetto zoo came the influence, from the ghetto zoo came the Tarashini. Alright? So I just want to put you guys a little bit more information out there so you guys understand a little bit more. Alright? So what we're going to do, we're going to do the Semba social. Starting with some basic steps. Right? Right? Together. So, understanding.